Hey YouTube, it's me again, and I had an idea of interpretation, a little story that we all know called Hansel and Gretel. Just what if we do it in a different sort of way? So first of all, we're gonna try to explain it as a role-playing game session. So let's try. Once upon a time, in the ancient kingdom of ancient Black Forest in ancient Germany, there lived simple folk. A forest dude and his wife. I think he was a lumberjack. All I can say, he was very poor. And also, his wife was not his wife. His wife was actually his second wife and a stepmother to two little children, Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel are actually German abbreviations of the names Hans and Greta, but let's go with Hansel and Gretel. So, they conceived an evil plan. One day, the stepmother said, "Darling, we do not have enough food for us. Surely we will perish. We cannot feed ourselves and these children. So, let's leave them in the forest to die. I can always make you new children, you know." And father? Well, he had to ponder upon this, so he rolled some dice and failed miserably. He said, "What a good idea, my dear wife, number two. Let's go. Hansel, Gretel, grab your things. We're going to the forest to find some, good firewood for our fire." Hansel and Gretel heard that and rolled. And they could not see that their father was bluffing. So, all of them, they went to the Black Forest. It was amazing during daylight. It was just wonderful. But still, this was the Black Forest. And nobody could survive without knowledge of survival. So Hansel and Gretel, I want you to roll for survival, okay? Let's see. Okay, success. So, Hansel and Gretel remembered, hey, you know what? To find our way back, we should drop pebbles. So they did. And they knew their way back home. Ah, that didn't work, thought the stepmother to herself. Well, maybe the next day I shall use my charming abilities on the father to leave the children in the forest and keep all the pudding to myself. And so she did. She rolled her she actually used the spell folder. Charm person cast a charm person on the father, and father rolled save against magic and failed. "Darling, let's try again today." "Okay, for some reason abandoning my children seems like a good prospect. Yes, wife, I shall do anything for pudding," said father. And there they went, into the Black Forest again. Hansel and Gretel grew suspicious. This part of the forest was actually pretty dangerous. They had to roll survival again. Hansel, Gretel, roll your statistics. No. Fail again. Oh my god! You failed 3 times in a row. You guys are actually now lost. And the darkness descended on the forest. Well, they wandered around, seeking for shelter, and they have failed their survival rolls, and they did not know much about this forest, and they were lost. Until, well, did I stumble upon something? I will roll this percentage die. There's a good chance they have seen something. 31. Let's see. 31 is... You stumble upon a small hut. It looks cozy and nice. And when you approach it, there you see, wow! It seems like the cottage itself is edible. It's made from cookies. This is a glamour. But, you know, Hansel and Gretel didn't pass their role, so I can say pretty much whatever I want to. And Hansel and Gretel, what do you do? Well, I roll Constitution. Okay, I'm pretty hungry. I need to regain some hit points. I want to rest, and I think I'm gonna take a bite out of that house. Gretel also takes a bite. Nibble, 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 nor. Who is nibbling at my door? And the door of the hut opened, and from inside there came a voice. Who is eating at my door, eh? It was a hag. A forest hag. You can find the statistics on forest hag in a page of our manual, but we will not go there right now. I have, all written down. So, a forest hag stepped right out of the house. Roll initiative. Hansel and Gretel. 3. Dirty old forest hag. 22. So, Hag goes first. She reaches up with her hands, and her claw-like hands begin to glow. She looks deep into her eyes and says, "The magic words," said the forest hag, and she threw actually charm person on them. Let's see if you can resist her charming spell. No, Hansel is under a spell, and Gretel is. Yes, also Gretel falls under the spell. So actually, she enchants both of you. Hansel and Gretel get into the house under the spellwork of the old forest hag. And she closed them all up, and then she orders, actually, Gretel, you shall do all the house chores for me, and I shall do none, ha ha ha, and I'm an old forest hag, so, the inside of the hut is actually messy and disgusting, and you have to clean all that goop. And you, my dear Hansel, said the hag, you will be locked inside this box, this fine gibbet right here, until you are plump and good enough to eat. Because, as you can see on the page of statistics of forest hag, they're actually quite oftenly cannibals. So, there they were, and, okay, one day passed, they were enslaved, and, Hansel is no longer under spell. So Hansel tries to open the lock of his cage, but, yeah, we shall remove this dice, and we shall give him a penalty, because he does not have any lockpicks, nor is he a thief class. So, yeah, rolling. Yeah, kind of hanging there, Hansel. You're staying in the cage. Okay, Gretel. Gretel, what are you gonna do? Gretel is actually, she's not under the spell anymore, because enough time passed, and she's gonna go and punch the witch. She's gonna, fight the witch. Okay, so let's roll initiatives. Which goes first? Oh, which rolls 2? Just 2. Gretel, what is your initiative? Gretel bravely rolls her initiative, and she's... wow, 16. Okay, so Gretel goes first. What do you do? Well, to describe the surroundings, okay, you're standing in the back of the hut, and you have a broom in your hands. And right in front of you, the old hag turns toward you, and she's thinking of a spell to throw at you. It's possibly another charm just to, keep her enslaved. But, what? Clear line? Yes, you have a clear line of attack forward to the witch. And behind the witch, there's a big giant stove. Okay, so Gretel actually, she's gonna charge. She's gonna charge and smash into the. Okay, I'll give you a bonus. I'll give you a bonus. Okay, because you went first, you can get a bonus. And okay, Gretel tries to charge into the witch and push her. Whoa! Okay, Hag tries to resist, but she does not have. Oh, right. Only two. She cannot resist that powerful bull rush charge that Gretel just pounded in her, and she goes into the roaring flames of that deep giant oven. Okay, so oh, there's also fire damage. Roll, it's 6 dice 6. Right. Let's see. Okay, this is a very special moment. Okay, let's see. And booyah! The witch is dead. All right. She gets extra damage from that fire, and she burns up to a crisp into the in the giant oven. Okay. Now you are free of her curse. What are you doing? Gretel is coming over to the cage, and she's giving Hansel. What are you getting? Lockpicks. Where did you find Never mind. They found lockpicks. He's trying to find. You get a bonus if you get lockpicks, and she's aiding you, so you have another bonus. Hansel is trying to pick the lock with the aid of Gretel, and also he has lockpicks. So let's see how he will roll. Of course, no problem there. Yes, the door's open and you are free. You get a lot of loot, a lot of damage. You find 200 gold pieces, 30 silver pieces, and 3 copper pieces, and a wand of restoration. Yes, when you are touched with this wand, chanting magic words, all of your hit points and energy return. Okay, so where are you going now? Okay, yes, Hansel and Gretel search the cabin. See, and Gretel didn't find anything. Let's see if Hansel found anything. Oh, actually, yes, on page 21, you have found a map of the surrounding areas, which makes your rolls for survival even better, because you know now this is not the unknown wilderness. Actually, this is well-known wilderness for you. So just roll one. Yeah. Okay, a lot of dice. You're on your way, and you're going back through the forest. Seems like you're going home, but before you get home, let's see if there are any bears. No bears on your way. You're completely home free, and Hansel and Gretel get home completely free. Okay, this session was Hansel and Gretel who got free from the forest hag, and now I hope in the next session maybe Hansel and Gretel will face off against the evil stepmother, but who knows. So if you have liked this video of Hansel and Gretel role-playing, maybe I do some other I don't know, fairy tales in the spirit of roleplay. And if you do not know what roleplay is, this is absolutely senseless to you. But to all the guys and girls who roleplay, I hope this was a little bit funny, just a little bit. And give me advice. What else should I do? Should I do? I have some add-ons, and I could do Snow White. But tell me what you think. Okay. Peace.